Welcome, where tonight it's the biggest game of the season here at Home Park. The Devon Derby between Plymouth Argyle and Exeter City in the second round of the FA Cup. The league will be forgotten tonight, and perhaps that's not such a bad thing considering the form of the two sides so far this season. Argyle have won just one out of their last 10 league games, whilst Exeter are near the bottom end of Division 3. The last game with Hereford was described as a garbage by manager Peter Fox. Such form makes the two sides' results in round one of the Cup rather a surprise. Argyle crushed Fulham 5-0 and Exeter defied all the odds to secure a tremendous 2-1 win at Bristol Rovers. That has set up this evening's showdown, which amongst supporters at least is the most important game of the season. In fairness to Peter Fox, he has no money to spend on new players, and City's recent form is at least an improvement. Fox has had to scrape the bargain basement this year to find new talent. Goalkeeper Ashley Bayes has taken over in goal from Peter Fox, young Marcus Daly was signed from Dundee, and Tim Steele and Steve Flack were both signed on a free. However, the most inspirational City signing has been a player well known to Argyle fans, that's Darren Rowbottom. Already the ex-Argyle striker has scored several vital goals since joining a couple of months ago. Today's teams then, and Argyle make one change from their last game at Home Park against Burnley. Michael Simpson is cup-tied, so Ronnie Morget, who's recently suffered personal problems, comes in to add some much-needed bite in midfield. Argyle line-up: Bruce Grobbelaar, Chris Billy, Paul Williams, Ronnie Morget, Mick Heathcote, Tony James, young Paul Watton at number 7, Chris Ledbetter, Adrian Littlejohn, Michael Evans and Martin Barlow. And the substitutes for Argyle are Carlo Corazon, Richard Logan and Neil Illman. For Exeter City, Darren Hughes misses tonight's game because of a knee injury, so John Sharp steps in at number 3. Neil Richardson and the very impressive youngster Lee Hodges are both cup-tied, so Matty Hare and Marcus Daly make the starting 11. Exeter's line-up then is Ashley Bayes in goal, number 2 John Richardson, 3 John Sharp, 4 Chris Myers, 5 Noel Blake, 6 Matthew Hare, 7 Darren Rowbottom, 8 Marcus Daly, 9 the very tall Steve Flack, 10 club captain Danny Bailey and 11 Mark Chamberlain. And the substitutes for City are Barry McConnell, Gary Rice and Leon Braithwaite. The referee tonight is Steve Dunn, a self-employed retailer from Bristol. The referee's assistants are Mr. L. Jones and Wendy Toms, who tonight becomes the first female official to feature in a live televised match. Tonight's kickoff then delayed by a quarter of an hour to let all the City fans into the ground. Terrible roadworks on the A38. And no surprise to me that when the kickoff was delayed to allow all those City fans in. And now we look around the ground and you'll see it's packed to capacity. The atmosphere is absolutely incredible, completely unique. And it just shows you a Devon Derby is a one-off game. And it's also showing how important tonight's game is for both sets of fans. To some fans, relegation isn't such a bad thing as long as they win this game tonight. And Argyle and Exeter really are the closest of rivals. So since their first meeting way back in 1908, this fixture has been eagerly awaited every time it's been announced. And Adrian Littlejohn and Ronnie Morget, who's no stranger to Wembley glory himself, are about to kick off this evening's game. We're underway. And it's Argyle in the green and white shirts attacking from left to right, who have early possession. Away by Sharp. Flicks on there by Rowbottom. Watson with an early touch. Littlejohn jumped a bit too early and Bailey can get it away. Watson again, chests it down nicely. Paul Williams fails to keep the ball in play. Exeter in their rather unfamiliar shirts of all yellow. The ball there came off the referee. Helped Argyle though. Morget. Can John Sharp keep the ball in play? He can. Littlejohn can't. As expected, the atmosphere is electric. There's a lot of high-charged batteries out there on the football pitch. There's going to be some very crunch tackles out there tonight. It's the game the whole of Devon's been talking about. Ronnie Morget, clearly handball. Ronnie Morget back in the side tonight. It'll be very interesting to see how he performs. His mind, understandably, won't completely be on the football matters. Ashley Bays, taken over from the player-manager Peter Fox in goal this season with a ball forward. Watton with a free header. This is Mark Chamberlain, very experienced campaigner. Rowbottom, John Sharp's made the run forward, Billy away. Heathcote, and now Chris Ledbetter. Bit of a hospital ball there for Williams, and Argyle suffered for a while. Matty Hare struggles, and Evans has possession. Nicky Evans dispossessed there, play on says the referee. Wonderful play there by Mark Chamberlain, and now Darren Rowbottom. But Paul Watson, who had been boosted by his first ever goal in league football against Blackpool on Tuesday, got in there. Billy, Argyle's makeshift right back whilst we wait for the return of Mark Patterson. Martin Barlow. Chris Ledbetter. And Chris Billy gets the ball back again. The ball forward to Martin Barlow. Billy. Little John gets the ball. Ledbetter tried to thread the ball through, but it came off Chrissy Myers. The early possessions come from Argyle. But Darren Rowbottom, he's been impressive since returning to the club a couple of months ago. He's going to be a player Argyle will have to watch. John Sharp. Steve Flack, can he keep the ball in play? Tony James does a good job. Well, Bruce Grobble has tasted the Merseyside derby. That's perhaps the biggest derby in the world, but to the Argyle fans and to the Exeter fans, this is the most important derby we're most likely to see. And the atmosphere is just as electric. Martin Barlow. One for Michael Evans to chase. Matty Hare has to clear the ball behind the goal line, and Argyle have the first corner of the game. Indication of the early pressure Argyle have had. Exeter having to do all the defending. Are we about to see the first effort on goal? The corner swung in. Watson almost got in there. The ball will be volleyed in. Cleared by Hare. Rowbottom completes the job. Paul Watson. Back to Paul Williams. Far too much pace on the ball. Matthew Hare with a throw in for Exeter. Martin Barlow might be tempted to shoot. In the end tries a pass, and it was the wrong decision. Steve Flack in some space. First time ball. This is Chamberlain. And Ronnie Morget in there. As determined as ever. Evans turns. Fails to find Littlejohn. Rowbottom. His brother Jason had a spell at Argyle earlier this season, of course. Mickey Evans, who bleeds green blood. Still Evans. Evans shoots, blocked by Hare. Morget now. Morget wants the ball back from Billy, gets it. Morget on that right-hand side. Barlow, first time cross. Bailey has to clear. Crunch tackle there from Billy. Barlow to Watton. Morget again. Still positioned on that right-hand side. Good ball to Barlow. Barlow turns. Barlow crosses it in. Williams. And Bayes has to get it. Little John was causing all sorts of problems. The opening 6 minutes have been all Argyle, and they get their first real effort on goal. Ashley Bayes, this summer signing from Torquay United, never in real trouble there. And the atmosphere tonight is something else. You have to be here to understand. I think that's Chris Levitt down on the ground, but he's man enough to get up. Argyle, the clear favourites of the bookmakers to win tonight's game. 8-13 the odds. Very generous odds on Exeter to win, 9-2, and a draw. You can get 11-5 on that. And the favourite to score tonight, well, it's Mickey Evans, Argyle's top goal scorer, 3-1. And if you're a serious betting man, then perhaps you'll go for Darren Hughes at 66-1. Unfortunately, he's not playing, so I think you're going to get shorter odds than that. Perhaps Peter Fox took the bookmaker's advice and decided not to play him. That's not the case. It was a knee injury that kept Hughes out. This is Billy. Billy's cross, took a deflection. Whipped in there, and Noel Blake was it who had to clear it. Well, Exeter succeeded at Bristol Rovers by defending for large periods of the game, and it looks like this evening's game is going to be exactly the same tactics. Chris Ledbitter's corner. Well, Heathcote appeared to be pushed, but it went straight into the hands of Ashley Bayes, who earns applause from the Exeter City dugout. Bayes forward. One for Heathcote there. Heckled there by Rowbottom, and it was enough to put the former Cambridge defender off, who concedes a throw-in. Flag. Goal kick. Bruce Gobbler happy to take his time. Not only won the FA Cup, Gobbler won the double. Martin Barlow. There's a chance here. Well, that clearly came off John Sharp. And we're as you were, another corner. Tony James, Mickey Heathcote and Paul Watton, who scored with a powering header on Tuesday, all come forward to try and punish Exeter's defence. And again, it's Ledbitter's corner. Ledbitter gets it in. Evans almost got to it. Still in play. Heathcote. Well, that was almost an own goal by Richardson. John Richardson, the young defender, got the final touch, and it needed a save by Ashley Bayes to prevent Argyle from taking the lead. We've played 10 minutes and already Argyle have had 4 corners. Can Exeter hold on? A big test for them tonight. Morget was very nearly in there. One for Myers to clear, which he does. And there's not a single Exeter player in the Argyle half. So Paul Williams has all the time in the world to form another attack. Little John, way back. James with a header. He scored already once this season. Tony James with a header against Peterborough. But never enough power there to trouble Ashley Bayes in the Exeter City goal. Watton, guilty of a foul on Rowbottom. Already it seems that Exeter will have to rely on the break this evening to punish Argyle. Argyle will have to pose all the questions. You just wonder whether Littlejohn or Evans can provide the answers. For now, though, it's Argyle's turn to defend. Myers leaves it. Sharp. Easy header for James. Blake. Well, it's a different Argyle performance already to the time these two sides last met at Home Park, when Argyle on New Year's Day were asleep for the first 45 minutes. That's by Neil Warnock's own admission. Argyle much more alive this evening. Evans beats Blake in the air. Morget with a final tackle.
Get on with it!
Chamberlain. Rowbottom. Away to Evans. Morget to Littlejohn. Littlejohn. Richardson desperately trying to keep with the man, and Bailey with a very important tackle. But it's not enough to stop Argyle from having possession. Barlow crosses it in. A wicked cross from Barlow. Richardson doing a brilliant header to clear it away. Well, Richardson almost scored an own goal a few moments ago, but that didn't put him off that time. A very important header from John Richardson, the Exeter City number 2. And it's Argyle's 5th corner of the game, and we've played just 13 minutes.
Have you mentioned Exeter yet?
Swung in by Leadbitter. There's an almighty scramble. Heathcote appeals for handball, but play continues with Paul Williams to Barlow, who switched to that left-hand side. Littlejohn has space. Littlejohn's cross, away by Blake. Myers. Martin Barlow now. Evans turns. Evans crosses it in. James with a header. Leadbitter sandwiched between two players. Williams. Williams' cross. James. Well, there was never any power, but it was the direction that caused Ashley Bayes all the problems. Well, we might not have had the most exciting start to this game, but it's been full of passion, and all supporters' eyes are completely fixed on this match. Watton, who's handled this atmosphere very well so far. Mark Chamberlain. He'll be used to big match atmospheres, being an England international of the past. Leadbitter forward. A test now for the pace of Littlejohn, but the determination of Blake won through them. Barlow. Evans. Watton's cross. I'm not sure if he meant to find Leadbitter, but find Leadbitter he did. Now Billy with the ball. Hare has to clear. Littlejohn tries to bring the ball down. He attempts to shoot. Blake away. Watton back to the safety of his own goalkeeper. Playing a bit of passing games with Wobbler there. Rowbottom. His attempted flick to Marcus Daly didn't come off, but Exeter still have possession in the form of Chris Myers. James's header, it's an Exeter throw-in. Well, we haven't had an atmosphere like this since Colchester visited Home Park last May. Richardson. A rare corner kick for Exeter City. First of the game. And Chris Myers. Chris Myers will take this corner. He's got a wicked bend on his corner he can get. Wonder if he's going to do the same now. Myers into the penalty area. Grobbler flaps. Morget clears. Chamberlain back into the penalty area, and Barlow with a fierce clearance. John Richardson, one of Exeter's prized assets. And now Rowbottom. Came off Watton, and Grobbler forced to make a save. Watton would have known nothing about that, deflected off the youngster, the young 19-year-old. And Grobbler, although never severely tested, had to get down and save that one because it was going into the back of the net. Evans won that well. Barlow brought down by Daly. And it's a free kick, central position, could be dangerous. I think it's just a bit too far out for an attempt at goal. But Ledbetter, who has scored from this type of position before, standing over the ball, perhaps Barlow crosses it in, which he does. James. The flag of Wendy Toms was up. James suddenly in acres of space, which was very rare in that penalty area. So both sides with three-men defence. We feel Argyle's fullbacks will push forward more than the two City fullbacks, Sharp and Daly. Evans. Williams almost won that one. He might get a second bite at the cherry, but this time Matty Haraway. James back to his keeper. Straight to Noel Blake. Heathcote back into the Exeter half of the field. Myers. Morget showing lots of strength. Ledbetter lots of determination. Flack. And Billy again back to Bruce Grobbler. Argyle are going to have to be patient this evening. It's not going to be easy. Bristol Rovers will tell Neil Warnock that fact. Lovely flick from Evans to Martin Barlow. Barlow causing Hare problems. But Hare was equal to the task and gives away a corner kick. Ledbetter, who seems to be taking nothing else than corners this evening. 20 minutes into this Devon derby, it's 0-0. Can Argyle find a breakthrough now? Plays it short to Evans. Ledbetter back in there. Headed away. Billy. Does he take responsibility himself? He does. Gets a corner in. Heathcote in space. An Exeter defence for the first time this evening asked themselves serious questions. Heathcote was completely alone there, and on another day that would have gone in. Evans. Well, Littlejohn now. Can he keep the ball in play? Mickey Evans. Evans gets the cross in. Myers. And away by Leadbitter, is it? There's someone on the pitch at the moment causing problems. Having to be wrestled away by stewards. The referee, they're allowing play to continue now the intruders left the field. Noel Blake. Watson in there challenging well. Lots of strength for such a young player. Barlow. Poor ball there. This is Marcus Daly with a rare burst forward, and Heathcote having to shekel him. Bailey. Flack, this looks dangerous. In space, Richardson. Billy had to get there, did well. One for Evans now. Vital challenge there from Noel Blake. But Evans not giving up the goal. The game's just quietened down a bit. And although Argyle have had the majority of possession, they've not really created a clear-cut chance. Rowbottom. Rowbottom shoots. Darren Rowbottom, one of the most prolific marksmen in Exeter's history. He began his career at Home Park, of course, and his return from Shrewsbury a couple of months ago has marked a change in Exeter's fortunes and some good results lately. Evans. Evans gets it in, and Bayes has to pick up the loose ball. Ashley Bayes, I think his most severe test came from his own player, John Richardson. Heathcote in there, firm. Williams chests it down nicely. Some nice skill from the former Coventry player. And now Morget. Has captained the club in the past. This is John Sharp. Exeter with some possession at the moment. It took too long on the ball, Myers, and Leadbitter was in there well. Flack. Scored the winner at Bristol Rovers, Steve Flack. And for now, this is perhaps Exeter's best spell of the game. Hare with a throw. Heathcote only half away. Bailey tries to shoot, but by the time he's chested it down, he'd been surrounded by a crowd of Argyle players. Little John, beaten in the air by Noel Blake. Barlow. He's had a lot of the ball, Martin Barlow, so's Morget. Morget beaten by a good challenge there by Daly. And now Chris Myers.
Come on, get up with him!
Can Paul Watson do something special? He plays the ball to Michael Evans. Evans, great cross in there. Morget with a shot, desperately close. Well, Morget's had personal problems. He's on the transfer list as well, but until the day he leaves this club, Morget's always going to be a vital ingredient in the Argyle formula. He scored the winning goal at Wembley in the playoff final last season. And I think that was Argyle's best chance, and Morget, the look on his face suggested that perhaps he could have done better.
On, Ronnie Morget! 12 for Morget! Well, 12 for Morget! Allegedly.
Rowbottom. Heathcote does well. Exeter now, a burst forward, and club captain Mick Heathcote doing a very important job. Bailey lost possession. Evans. Surely can he pick out the run of Billy? We can't. Matty Hare's doing an outstanding job in defence. Blake. Steve Flack. Will Argyle get the free kick? Even though James appeared to be in a little tussle there with Flack, who ironically was a former professional boxer, believe it or not. So Steve Flack can hold his own in a fight. But I don't think fight was the right word just then, was it? A determined challenge from both players. Littlejohn. Morget. Ledbetter forced to go back. Chris Ledbetter, the number 8, plays it out wide. Paul Williams in some space. Paul Williams with the cross, Bayes with the catch. Paul Williams. It beats 2 men. Paul Williams. Morget now in the penalty area. Morget to Ledbetter. Barlow. Barlow, Billy. The challenge there by Sharp. Still the ball in play. Billy. Across the face of the goal, agonising for Argyle that didn't go in, but the danger's still not over. Williams. Williams shoots. And finally Argyle get a corner. Him off Matty Hare. Well, the ball took all sorts of deflections, came to Billy, and this ball across the face of the goal just needed the slightest of touch from an Argyle player, and it would have been the first goal of the game. Martin Barlow. Flicked on by Evans. Ledbetter has a crack. It's all across the face of the goal yet again. Evans shoots! It's goal number 10 of the season for Michael Evans. And Argyle's most highly rated player gets on the end of a fine move. There was all sorts of pressure from Argyle, and Evans finally shot low into the corner of the net. 29 minutes into the first half, it's Plymouth Argyle 1, Exeter City 0. John Sharp now. Can Exeter reply in kind? Sharp. Sharp's cross. Grobbler punches it away. Bailey. Bailey shoots. Hits Heathcote. It's Argyle's turn to panic now. Morget. Bailey's in there. Exeter about to make a substitution, I feel. Number 12, Barry McConnell, looks like he's about to come onto the field of play. Littlejohn. It's an Exeter City substitution. It can only be for an injury. And the number 11, Mark Chamberlain, has just returned from injury, obviously not fit as everyone would have thought. It'll be a big blow to City that they lose that experienced player. And Barry McConnell, such a talented player, highly rated by everyone at the club. signed pro terms in 1995, recently transformed to the right flank of a five-man defence. He's got a talent, McConnell, to turn any game. Scored a couple of superb goals pre-season against Chelsea and Man City. He showed he's got what it takes in the big match occasion, and you're never going to get a bigger match than this. Evans trying to find Littlejohn. All Argyle gets though is a corner kick. I mean a throw-in, apologise. Barlow in there. Moshe! Argyle are on a roll now. And Ronnie Moshe forgets all his problems to put Argyle 2-0 up, and who knows, perhaps already into the hat for the third round of the FA Cup. Ronnie Moshe scored the goal that puts Plymouth Argyle 2-0 up. And in the space of just 3 minutes, this FA Cup tie has changed dramatically. Exeter looked like they were holding on so well, but suddenly goals, first by Evans, then Moshe, have turned this tie completely. And not only have Exeter lost as an influential player in the form of Mark Chamberlain, but also 2-0 down. And it's going to take a monumental effort to get back into this game. Argyle can relax a bit now. The fans in particular, particularly edgy, the fans before the game, but they're now on an ultimate high. Blake with a foul, Littlejohn wins the free kick. Well, we've got goals, that's the first thing. Nothing worse than a game of such a big occasion and then ending in a 0-0. Exeter, though, mustn't lose heart. They were 2-0 up here last season at Home Park in the league, and Argyle came back to draw 2-2. Heathcote. Well, they're all going in the act now, and club captain Mickey Heathcote scored on the opening day of the season against York City, inches away from putting Argyle 3-0 up. And Ashley Bayes, who almost single-handedly won the FA Cup tie-up at Bristol Rovers, unable to prevent first Evans and then Moshe scoring two very important goals. Well, there's all sorts of confusion now in the Exeter defence. They're having to try and regroup as best as possible. Ledbetter, the Argyle players have now been boosted, the different men. Matty Hare hoping to put Argyle back into this game as soon as possible. We can start the comeback by taking this throw in. Grobbler fails to connect. Again, Exeter trying to get the ball into the penalty area. Flack turns, Flack shoots. Grobbler fumbles. And in the end, Exeter get a free kick when perhaps Grobbler should have done better. Grobbler signalling to the bench for some reason. It's an excellent corner. Argyle do well to clear it. This is Chris Myers. A hopeful ball. Can Flack get onto it? Away by James. Watton. Billy. Evans now. Evans has got Little John in the penalty area. In the end, finds no one apart from McConnell. Morget. Barlow. Barlow's cross. The offside flag is up. But one man in the Exeter crowd is going to be very disappointed is a certain Jason King. Apparently he's made a 1,500 mile round trip all the way from his home in Scotland to watch today's game. He's an Exeter fan, and I'm wondering whether he thinks that's worthwhile now. Especially when you consider the match is being shown live on television. Well, it's going to need something special from Exeter, a superhuman effort to get back into this game. They've shown at Bristol Rovers they are capable of getting goals at the toughest of venues.
The referee's got PSV.
Chipped into the danger area. Heathcote away. Ledbetter with the acrobatics. McConnell. Looks like he's playing at right back now. Blake. Only to Watton, who can clear it comfortably. Ashley Bays conceded 4 goals at home park last season when he played for Torquay United in a 4-3 defeat. He knows all about end-to-end stuff. Perhaps he'll be praying now that Exeter can get a few goals themselves. Rowbottom, perhaps one man who can turn this game. Myers. And Exeter seem to have reorganised themselves after that nightmare period of time when Argyle scored twice. Heathcote, high. Unable to deal with that was Marcus Daly. Bailey can do better. Richardson. Such a talented player, John Richardson. Showing some skill here. Barlow, though, doing outstandingly well. Matthew Hare. Rowbottom. Evans. Barlow again determined. Yet to see a booking in this game. Well, Rowbottom furious with Bailey that he didn't make a run. That's a big test for Peter Fox and his Exeter side now. Exeter was so disappointing on Tuesday against Hereford United. I wondered if their minds were on this cup tie. And apart from that 3-minute spell when Argyle scored twice, they've practically handled the Argyle strike force. Bates hasn't actually, I don't think he's had a serious save to make apart from that header from Richardson. Yet he's conceded 2 goals. Back to the keeper. Very firm connection on that ball. Heathcote. Morget. Looks like a new man this evening. Barlow, who uses his ear to get rid of that.
Get this long, Fox, are embarrassing!
Well, McConnell's header was never going to go anywhere. only into the very safe hands of Bruce Grobbelaar. It's another bitterly cold night, but no doubt the Argyle fans have been warmed up by those 2 goals. Heathcote. Ledbetter. Littlejohn. Can Argyle really put a seal on things? Morshey was inches away from getting his second of the game. Another ball. Argyle's crosses have been of the highest order tonight. Watton. That turned out to be an excellent ball to Paul Williams. Paul Williams turns. Faces the City goal now. Plays the ball to Barlow. Barlow. Barlow finally loses out. Myers has to get out of the way of the referee.
Dodgy fullback, dodgy fullback.
2 minutes left before the half-time whistle will go. Can't think there'll be too much injury time. And for now, Argyle, with all the time in the world, happy to just play out time on that corner of the field. Barlow, bit of a slice there. Morshey, Ledbetter. Disappointing ball from Ledbetter, and now Hare. Heathcote, unless he gets 20 foot on the ball, won't kick the ball, it seems. Evans. Littlejohn.
That's yours.
Good call there by Richardson. Well, Flack with a rather harsh challenge on Williams. Steve Dunn doesn't even have a word with Flack, which is a bit surprising. Never going to win the ball. And Williams is now limping a bit. That's Steve Flack. And that was Mickey Heathcote. Bailey. It's Exeter's ball. Richardson will have to get on with this. Rowbottom takes over. Rowbottom. Billy doing very well. But Rowbottom won't give up. Rowbottom crosses it in, Heathcote away. And finally, anywhere will do for Chris Ledbetter. We're a minute and a half into first half injury time. And Exeter desperately trying to get the goal that will put them back in this Devon derby. Sharp. Noel Blake. Blake, Flack. And in some space was Myers. And then the shot into the back of the net. John Sharp has scored the goal that puts Exeter back into this game. What a time to score. 2 minutes into injury time. An outstanding strike by John Sharp. And the former Man City player has put Exeter right back into this game. It's Plymouth 2, Exeter 1. You just wonder where all this injury time's come from. And suddenly Argyle, they're going to have to stop relaxing now. It was going so well. But now we have an outstanding second half on our hands. Well, we expected so much from this game and we haven't been disappointed. Argyle have had all the possession, earning almost 4 times as many corners as Exeter City. It came as no surprise when Michael Evans smashed the ball into the back of the net to put Argyle in the lead after 29 minutes. Morget then 3 minutes later put Argyle 2-0 up, and it seemed into the hat for the third round of the Cup. But Exeter have changed this tie completely with a goal 2 minutes into injury time from John Sharp. And as the players go off, what an outstanding second half we have on our hands. It's Plymouth Argyle 2, Exeter City 1.
Are you still on?
Exeter on the field first, eager to get on with things. That goal from John Sharp has put them right back into this FA Cup tie. And there must suddenly be an air of confidence amongst the Exeter team that didn't exist before. But get ready for the roar. Argyle rather unnecessarily now have an uncomfortable 45 minutes ahead of them. And the atmosphere tonight, of course, is being boosted by the fact that it's under floodlights. An evening game always seems to have a certain different type of atmosphere around it. And an interesting fact, just before we get this game underway, the first floodlights ever switched on at Argyle was in a game against Exeter back in October 1953. It was a friendly which Argyle won by 3-1, and are we about to see a repeat of that scoreline this evening? We're in for a roller coaster the last 45 minutes now. Can Argyle produce the thrills? One of these sides is just 45 minutes away from a potential game against one of the biggest clubs in the country. So you wonder what Neil Warnock said at half-time. Heathcote. Still Heathcote. Leadbitter. To Chris Billy. Billy's cross. Straight to Blake. Flack. And the ball forward straight to Bruce Grobbler. Came off Morget. The ball looked a bit wayward from Leadbitter anyhow. Didn't really make that much difference. Here's Rowbottom. Perhaps the one player who looked like he can get Exeter back into this game. And as I said before, Argyle will all know about will know all about comebacks. They were 2-0 down at this stage last season in the Devon derby against Exeter, but Ian Baird scored twice to give Argyle a 2-2 draw. So we now have a reverse situation. Argyle, the team 2-0 up. Can Exeter produce a comeback? Heathcote. The ball's still in play. Evans. Richardson with a determined and firm header. Flack fails to get ahead of James. Free kick. I think that's Chris Ledbetter who's down on the ground. Not for the first time. I think Bruce Grobbler might have a slight injury. He was signalling to the bench in the first half, and now Paul Wotton's been forced to take this free kick when normally Grobbler would always take it. Grobbler thought about coming out, thought better of it, and Heathcote now gives Grobbler the ball. Not the best of clearances, but Argyle get the possession. Williams. The former Coventry man has the ball again. Forward to Adrian Littlejohn. McConnell. Finally gets rid of the ball. James. Myers' header going to some Exeter players, but unfortunately they're not on the field, they're substitutes. Flack. We've had a lot of flack from James this evening. Oh dear. Rowbottom. Heathcote again back to Grobbler. This time his clearance is a bit more impressive. Littlejohn. Loses out and suddenly Exeter have an attack. Littlejohn trying to make up for that mistake, but only gives away a free kick. And that goal seems to give Exeter a new lease of life. They've seemed to have improved a bit in the second half. They've had a lot of possession. Are they going to force Grobbler into a save? John Sharp, the goal scorer. James. Noel Blake now. Blake, far too much height on that and far too much pace, and he knows it. Kept in play by Rowbottom, well played. Although the referee's assistant disagrees, and gives Argyle a throw-in. Argyle advance. Peter Fox can only watch hopelessly as Argyle get a free kick. There have been plenty of rough challenges, but it's been a fair game so far. The referee's not been required to get his book out. Credit to both players. We're approaching the 6th minute of the second half, and Chris Ledbetter with this free kick for Plymouth. There's a poor free kick. Easy header there for Danny Bailey. But Argyle continue the pressure with Barlow. Barlow's pass is much better. James with a header. That went straight to Ashley Bayes. Bayes, a former England youth international whilst at Brentford. And he had an indifferent start to his Exeter career, but he's been outstanding of late and earned lots of credit. No more so than from Peter Fox. And Rowbottom, who's not the most popular player at home park at the moment. Ledbetter, can he find Barlow? No. Can only find the advertising hoardings. The game hasn't really kicked off in the second half so far. It needs someone to get hold of the ball and do something constructive. Steve Flack not taking my advice. Matty Hare, guilty of pushing Michael Evans. A few questions being asked to Steve Dunn. But the fact remains Argyle have a free kick. And can Ledbetter produce a better free kick than a few moments ago? Argyle pushing everyone forward. But in the end, Exeter clear it perhaps too comfortably for Argyle's liking. Billy. Noel Blake forward. Daly with a very enthusiastic burst forward. But Paul Williams, cool as you like, kicks the ball off for a throw into Exeter. Exeter containing Argyle a lot better in the second half, and now with an attack on their own. Watton, McConnell. McConnell loses out. Bailey determined. Morget, simple to Ledbetter, and now he gets the ball back again. Argyle forward now. Chris Billy. Starting last season from Huddersfield Town, Billy. And here's Morget. Morget proving Neil Warnock right by including him in today's side. Not only got a goal, but he's been an outstanding performer, covering every inch of grass. Barlow. Billy. Billy. This looks promising. That was until Evans' shot. We're going to see a substitution in a few moments' time from Exeter. It looks like the pacey striker Leon Braithwaite will be brought on. So a change is needed by Exeter. Darren Rowbottom against his former club is going to come off, and Leon Braithwaite, such a popular player in the Exeter fans, such a pacey player as well. He's the brother of Olympic sprinter Darren Braithwaite, so not surprisingly he's a fast runner. Scored Exeter's first goal of the season at Mansfield after just 59 seconds. And Exeter now have the height of Flack and the pace of Braithwaite to cause Argyle problems. Blake. James. Paul Williams. Ledbetter. Hare's in there. Ledbetter trying to get into there. Littlejohn was there too. And the ball safely back to Ashley Bays. plenty of time for Exeter to get back into this game. I think Peter Fox will be happy that Exeter have come out with all guns blazing in the second half. Braithwaite's cross, the catch, simple for Bruce Grobbelaar. Grobbelaar now trying to pick out Chris Billy. Billy to Evans. Evans, he's got the pace, can he provide the cross? He can. Littlejohn. He's happy to get Argyle a corner kick. I think that's Argyle's 8th corner of the game now. And Argyle have not caused Ashley Bates too many problems in the second half, hoping now to put things right. The Argyle fans wake up. James calling for the ball. It's going to be the corner taken by Leadbitter, but he only picks out John Sharp. Barlow going for the spectacular, hits Danny Bailey, and any professional footballer will tell you that if the ball hits you at that pace and that speed, it's going to hurt. But Danny Bailey showing what a tough cookie he is by getting up. Again, it's another corner for Argyle. Swung in by Leadbitter, that's better. Barlow shoots, again off Bailey. But Leadbitter, can he pick out an Argyle player now? Crossed in, Tony James with a header, inches wide. Well, Tony James made an immediate impact at Argyle. Made his debut up at Watford and was outstanding, and he's been impressive ever since. And that's Argyle's best spell of the second half to date. 13 minutes into this game. Plymouth 0, Plymouth 2, Exeter City 1. Heathcote had to clear that one. Evans against the Hare. Morshea forward, Hare again, but this time his control isn't good. Littlejohn. Barlow out wide. Barlow moving central. Still Barlow. Barlow's going for the spectacular goal. It deflected to Leadbitter, now to Billy. Billy with plenty to aim at, finds Richardson. Leadbitter well forward. Morshea now. Morshea shoots. Straight at Ashley Bates. Ollie Morshea, the £50,000 buy from Bury. And now it's Leon Braithwaite. Yet to test Argyle with his pace. I'm sure his time will come. John Richardson wants to take this throw in now. Those Exeter fans packed behind that goal, praying for a goal now from their side. McConnell's cross is very poor. James's clearance isn't much better. Myers. Throw into Exeter. Here's McConnell. Evans now on the break. Evans, can he pick out Barlow? It's a rather hopeful ball. Marcus Daly's going to get there first. And yet Argyle gained valuable advantage by earning a throw-in. The throw-in's very poor. And now Exeter in the yellow shirts, hoping to add a bit of sunshine to their side. Flack, yet to test Grobbelaar in the whole game. Will his time come? For now, Exeter have the throw-in, much to the disgust of those fans in the Lyndhurst seating area. We've half an hour left. We've waited so long for this Devon derby, and so far, it's going according to plan for Plymouth. Bailey. Scored an outstanding goal against Leyton Orient a couple of weeks ago. But for now, Flack. And now Barlow. Evans wins that one. But there's no real support for him, and it goes to Bailey. Braithwaite trying to turn James. James does outstandingly well, and in the end wins a free kick. Paul Watson then will take this free kick. I dare anyone to leave this game. Well, Little John tumbles, but Argyle have play on. Williams' cross. Billy. Morget now. Morget. Williams on that left-hand side. Evans. Evans tries to turn spectacularly. Argyle get a corner out of it. And we're now into double figures when it comes to corners with Argyle. Exeter have had just 2 the whole game. I think both sides expected that type of advantage anyhow. No real surprise. Well, Martin Barlow's going to take this corner kick for Plymouth. James with a header. Now it's Littlejohn. Barlow. Barlow's cross. Heathcote! Saved by Bays. The danger's not over yet. Well, that was flicked on by Watson. Flicked on by Watson, and Heathcote heading it into the danger area. There's a player down now. I think it's Matty Hare. Matty Hare signed schoolboy forms back in May 1992 and became a pro in 1995 and has represented the Devon schools teams at under 16 and under 19 levels. I do believe this is the first time a train has been required in the whole game. Hare's okay to continue. I think we're about to have a drop ball situation. The referee feeling had no alternative but to stop the game. And rather sportingly, the ball will go back to the goalkeeper. James. Leppert has been a worrier in this second half, working so hard. Richardson wants to leave the throw into Matty Hare. I think Matty Hare scored against Chelsea in a pre-season friendly. Hasn't scored this season though in competitive fixtures. Well, Flack fell to the ground. Heathcote with a challenge. There are rather vague appeals from the Exeter faithful, but that would have been very harsh to give a penalty for that decision. But the danger's far from over because it's a corner kick. Flack with a header. Well, that's the nearest Steve Flack has come in the whole game to causing Argyle problems. Grobbler was beaten, but luckily it went over the bar for Argyle. And Steve Flack, a £10,000 signing from Cardiff back in September. Close to scoring his second goal in the FA Cup this term.
You're going out, you're going, City's going out.
It's Leon Braithwaite. Well, Braithwaite wins the free kick. Looked 6 of one, half a dozen of the other to me, but the referee disagreed. John Sharp's going to take this free kick. He's already scored 1 goal. Can he set up another? Grobbler comes out again. He flaps. Heathcote with an orthodox clearance. It worked nevertheless. Littlejohn and Bailey in very deep. Bailey came out worse. Paul Watson wearing the number 7 shirt. He's made just 2 starts this season. You wouldn't know it, but his performance has been outstanding. Morget, Barlow, who's been another outstanding player this afternoon. This time though his ball was rather lame to say the least, and Hare had an easy clearance to make. Argyle then, in possession. It's as you were, another throw-in. This is Chris Billy. The ball runs out to play. Bay's very enthusiastic to just get on with things. Time is starting to run out. We've got about 25 minutes left. Flack. Bailey. Danny Bailey scored a splendid goal against Leyton Orient for long range. He was going for a repeat performance then, but never ever going to trouble Bruce Gola. It's a finely balanced cup tie we have on our hands at the moment, and Argyle just tipping the scales at the moment. Barlow kept that in play, now Littlejohn. Not many options in the penalty area for Littlejohn. Billy, first time cross. Bayes had to get to it. Williams has made the forward run. And now it's Barry McConnell. Braithwaite, almost turned beautifully. And Heathcote has to kick the ball into the rosette of the grandstand. All Exeter players being encouraged now to move forward as quickly as possible by the dugout. The first half was more entertaining, the second half has been a much closer affair. Bailey, Watton. Littlejohn evades a tackle by Bailey. Charged down, but by the hand. John Sharp will take this. Exeter now becoming a bit more adventurous in the second half. Blake's in there. He got a flick, but it was nowhere near good enough to trouble the keeper.
Your attention please, will Matthew Iron please contact the main off. Matthew Iron from Exeter, please contact the main off.
So 20 minutes left. Plymouth are leading by 2-1. But it's not a comfortable lead for the Pilgrims. Billy just got caught up in his own footing there. Things once again a bit quieter. Argyle have Richard Logan warming up. Argyle get a free kick. Watson unsure whether he should be forward or back. He stays up front. James just got to that. Myers, his contact was a bit better. Heathcote. Morget, good control. The ball will eventually find Littlejohn. Littlejohn now. The ball didn't go out of play. Play on, says the referee. Leadbitter. Around McConnell with ease. Leadbitter's cross. Morget with a header. Braithwaite, guilty of a foul. In fact, Braithwaite's Exeter's top goal scorer this season with 5 goals. He's found it hard lately to get rid of Steve Flack, and the arrival of Darren Rowbottom has meant that Braithwaite's been forced to sit on the bench for the last few games. The biggest game of Paul Watton's career so far. James. It's awkward for Exeter to deal with, but Noel Blake, cool as you like. And Argyle with a bit more pressure now, a bit more like it. Barlow turns, Barlow gets it into Evans. Evans never really connected with that ball. Now we're in the captain armband. Mickey Heathcote. Sensibly out wide. Barlow to Williams. Martin Barlow. Noel Blake forced to head that away. They'll leave this one for Tony James to take. Time now starting to run out for Exeter. They can start taking that panic button perhaps a bit more now. Watton suddenly bursts forward. He wants to get in the action. Evans, Bailey. And now Braithwaite. Tried to hold the ball up, but got dispossessed by a very firm challenge by Williams. McConnell. What's Heathcote going to do here? It turns nicely. Well played, Heathcote. His final ball, though, wasn't of a good standard. Mickey Heathcote's the Argyle Player of the Year, and a strange story, actually, about Player of the Year awards, because George Foster was an Argyle player back in the 1981-82 season, had a loan spell at Exeter, and ended up being their Player of the Year, even though he was an Argyle player by the time the awards were announced. I just wonder whether Exeter fans viewed Argyle in a different light than they do today back then. Get on with it, there's the message to Matthew Hare. Flack's header. Williams. Pressure from City. Blake very dominating in that penalty area, hoping to get on the end of this throw. Robler comes out for it. Apparently got elbowed in the face. Free kick. Myers. And again. Both Braithwaite and Sharp chasing this ball, but Billy was there first. McHeathcote. Paul Williams. Leadbitter. Littlejohn. Littlejohn gets the cross in. Well, I've lost count of how many corners Argyle have won. The fact remains it's a lot more considering compared to Exeter. "31 minutes gone, it's Martin Barlow with this corner for Plymouth Argyle. James is there. over the crossbar. James has been very, very involved in the Argyle attacks this evening. On another day, he might have scored by now. It's another chance that goes a begging for Argyle and means Argyle are going to have to hold on just that little bit longer. There'll be no extra time tonight. If it stays, if Exeter do get back and end up drawing after 90 minutes, the game will go back to a replay at St James's Park on Tuesday week. Braithwaite. Substitute for Exeter, but very much involved now. Just to remind you about the substitutes, Argyle yet to make a change. If they do want to change, they can bring on Carlo Corazin, Richard Logan or Neil Ilman. Whilst Exeter made 2 substitutions already, Barry McConnell and Leon Braithwaite, they have the option of bringing on Gary Rice should the need arise. Barlow. Barlow, that's a lovely ball. Can Evans keep it in play? Frustration for Evans, he can't. Mickey Evans, who hasn't let the bookmakers down, he was the favourite to score this evening at 3-1. The bookmakers are rarely wrong. They also made Argyle clear favourites to win this evening's game. Are they going to be proved right on that front as well? Grobbler's encouraging the Argyle fans to sing, and they take his advice. Argyle need all the backing of their fans. The fans have been superb this evening, turning out in their numbers. It's going to be the biggest crowd by far Home Park has seen this season. Billy does well. Billy. Chris Billy scores. Perhaps now Argyle have done enough to beat their Devon rivals. It's Chris Billy's 2nd goal of the season. It was a marvellous burst forward. The shot back into the back of the net with confidence. After 34 minutes of the second half, it's Plymouth Argyle 3, Exeter City 1. Well, Exeter have 10 minutes to produce a miracle. Danny Bailey's down. And Argyle keeping to the history. Argyle have beaten Exeter in every previous meeting in the FA Cup. They've met 3 occasions in the FA Cup, and Argyle have won all 3 by 2-0. Their first meeting in the Cup was in the 2nd round back in 1909. Argyle won that 2-0. They then met in November 1956. Argyle won that 2-0 as well. Apparently it cost just 6 shillings to sit in the grandstand that day. And then Argyle's last meeting in the FA Cup against Exeter was back in the first round in November 1982. Argyle won that 2-0. Kevin Hodges is at the game today, and John Sims were the goal scorers that day. Braithwaite manages to get a cross in, and Heathcote with a very vital header. Exeter aren't dead yet. Well, Exeter now has to take as many risks as possible. They haven't got the time to defend now. They've just got to push forward and try and get a goal that will put them back in this cup tie. Heathcote away. Delighted for Chris Billy, never the most popular player at home park, but he's suddenly going to be given the freedom of the city after scoring that goal. Barlow completes the job after James half cleared. Littlejohn. Well, Littlejohn falls to the ground. Warnock's not very happy with that. Matty Hare was the offender. An Argyle player's also down as well as Littlejohn. I think it might be Paul Williams. Was it Chris Billy? We're going to see the first booking of the game. It's been such a competitive game. Rather a shame that the book's finally having to be produced. Matty Hare, who's been sound at the back today, having to be booked now for that rather crude challenge on Adrian Littlejohn. Chris Billy's also down. We have two players down at the moment. Littlejohn's fit enough to get on with it. Billy, his injury looks a bit more serious. Well, it's games like this that make it all worthwhile. Football fans all around the world have to put up with such appalling performances at times, that when your team beats your local rivals in such a convincing manner, and suddenly all that time and effort and money you've spent on your team suddenly becomes worthwhile. The ball goes into the safe hands of Ashley Bayes. You can't really blame Bayes for any of the goals today. He's been confident when called upon, and the goals are of the highest order, especially from Evans. What a fine strike that was back in the first half that set Argyle on their way. And Evans again has the ball. Littlejohn. The ball came off Littlejohn. Well, the offside flag is raised. Bailey forward. Desperation now for Exeter. And for once the Argyle fans are right, I think City are going out, barring a miracle. Evans now, Argyle now getting a bit more freedom up front. Littlejohn. Can Williams get on the end of this? Williams does superbly well. Barlow just too wide for Barlow to get on the end of it. But Williams did brilliantly to keep that ball in play and deserves all the applause he gets. 5 minutes left. Plymouth Argyle 3, Exeter City 1. Argyle being told to get on with it by the referee. Williams. Blake now forward. Ledbetter. James has to do the work here. Back to Grobbler. Not the best of clearances from Grobbler. Can Daly punish him? Morget with a back pass. I think it was a bit safer than the Argyle fans realised. Now Barlow. And Barlow takes control in a wonderful fashion. What a mature player he's become over the years. Williams trips over his own feet. Chrissy Myers. Leon Braithwaite. Hardly had a kick since coming on as substitute. Hare won't let Evans turn him. So Paul Watton progressed with the YTS ranks, now starting to establish himself as a squad member. And as the Argyle fans are the singing. The whistles for full time are a bit premature. Littlejohn now. Here's a chance for Argyle. Littlejohn brought down by Richardson. Richardson protests his innocence, but the book's going to be brought out again. I don't think Richardson will be sent off because there was a Exeter player back defending. I think all we're going to see is another booking, but he'll join Matty Hare in the book. Argyle can relax, they've got 2 minutes to hold on to. And barring a miracle, Argyle are into the next round of the Cup.
Get out of the bloody way, Coffer! Listen to you!
Barlow. Came off Blake. And what's the odds that Argyle now are just going to play it for time and have a bit of fun on the old corner of the pitch? There you are. Possession from Argyle. Coasting towards the third round of the Cup now. Flack. Braithwaite attempted to stay on onside. Billy, score of that third, an important goal. The Olays coming out from the Argyle fans now. Evans. Barlow. The offside flag is up. It was a nightmare journey down for those Exeter fans. Major traffic delays held their journey up, and some missed the beginning of the game, and now it's going to be an even worse journey back home. They still have aspirations of a playoff place, but their dreams in the FA Cup are over for another year. Peter Fox has done a wonderful job at Exeter on such a shoestring budget. He's going to have to concentrate now on the league to get any glory of the season. It's different for Argyle though. Here's Evans. Evans. Adrian Littlejohn ends a perfect day for Plymouth Argyle. It's his 6th goal of the season. We're into injury time. Against their dearest rivals, it's Plymouth Argyle 4, Exeter City 1, Adrian Littlejohn the goal scorer. It's been an outstanding day for Plymouth. Everything that could have gone right has gone right. And Plymouth Argyle are now with the big boys in the third round of the FA Cup. Plymouth Argyle have beaten their rivals Exeter City by 4 goals to 1. They took the lead after 29 minutes for a very clinical strike from Michael Evans. Ronnie Morshey got ahead of some poor defending with a header 3 minutes later. But a goal into first half injury time from John Sharp ensured another dramatic second half. Argyle were made to worry for a while, but then late goals from Chris Billy and then Adrian Littlejohn mean that Argyle are through safely to the third round of the FA Cup. Argyle's problems in the league can be forgotten for a while. Argyle, who crushed Fulham 5-0 in the first round, crushed Exeter today by 4 goals to 1. And it's days like this that you dream about. Argyle have 11 heroes tonight. It's finished Plymouth Argyle 4, Exeter City 1.